EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Southern California. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Double tight. Three down. Flex round! Flex round! Tight dog. Play it.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Three down. Hey, check.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Banks. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Flex round! Even. 4 down. Even. Flex round! Check.
From the gun, Banks. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down. 3.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
1.
Mariota now from the 50. Buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Hey. 3 down.
Here's Mariota. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
1.
Throwing, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play action now. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance?
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air, because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check the backer.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just have a break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yeah, D! Yeah, D! Woo! Strong right, strong right, strong right.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Tight end right, tight end right. Flex round, flex round. Three down. Flex round, flex round. Safe. I got you, baby, I got you.
Off the play fake. Banks. And he fends him off. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 14 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
One.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Allen has it left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Got two. One. Check, front set.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
One.
Third and long here for Mariota. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down. Thanks. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ohio!
On 1st and 10. Thanks. Trying to improvise. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Three down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Goes underneath for Bell. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers get the quick straight touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front.
Ohio!
You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Operating from the gun. Banks. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. Tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ohio! Ohio!
Looking to throw on second down. Banks. His throw caught right around the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ohio! Ohio! You got three down. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Flex round! Flex round! Mike's 50. Flex round! Flex round!
Again, he'll drop the throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Single. One.
Second down, Mariota escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's third and long. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And that is incomplete. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mariota now on second down. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down. One.
From the gun, Mariota flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw. Thanks. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ohio!
From the gun on 3rd down. Banks try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, Mariota. Able to locate Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play. Mariota on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now Mariota eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Here's Jordan Berry now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. This is taken at the 23. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Flex round! Flex round! Watch the safety creep. Check three, check three.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down. Thanks. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Check me out. Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Come on!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You got him!
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it the rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get theirs.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's looking deep for Bell. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Flex round! Flex round! Tighten up!
On 1st down, Banks. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hot! Check. Hot!
And they'll try the run game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ohio! Ohio! Tight end right. Three down. Ohio! Ohio!
To throw on second down. Thanks. And open left side, it's Williams. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit. Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on second down. Banks, flush to his right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On third down, Banks. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Alert! Alert! Three down! Ohio! Ohio! Alert, flare!
They're going to go with a tackle here on the running play. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Motion!
To throw on second down. Banks. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hut! We got 4. Hut!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down. Here we go. Red 38. let's go right here now. Watch it. Ohio!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Flex round. Ohio.
From the gun, Banks. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Three down.
They come out here in the eye.
Ohio.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Flex round.
They get it to him running left, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Here we go. White 90. 25.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now a toss going left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
Yeah, baby.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What do we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
One. Three down. Where you at?
He's back to throw. By Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He'll look to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Chargers getting set to go. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left. That should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.